It is paramount for families, for parents to teach their children about the world out there. It is paramount to educate them about the world beyond their homes. Now, this story is one that is sad because as parents, we cannot control the society our children find themselves. But one thing is important, that we educate them and that we also engage them. Now, let's watch this video and then we'll come back to talk about it.
Yes, I spoke with parents whose children tell them that a teacher here at Winterville Charter Academy used racial slurs inside an 8th grade classroom. And today, those parents are demanding immediate action and answers.
She had them raise their hand during a Constitution lesson and reminded them that if it wasn't for the Constitution, they would still be her slaves, her field slaves.
Kanisha Tillman and McKay Benjamin say their children were in an 8th grade classroom at Winterville Charter Academy. And late last month, that was the lesson on Constitution Day. Tillman says both the teacher and some white classmates then used the N-word.
And then call him a nigger. And then the teacher responded by saying, when the Black student tried to address it and asked her to address it, she said that, well, it's okay because we're all a little bit racist.
School leaders initially sent out a memo to parents of that classroom on September 24th. It said they investigated the incident and the teacher involved resigned. After outrage began to spread on social media that the teacher wasn't fired, Principal Anastasia Ryan sent out the following memo on October 5th to the whole school, reading in part, "As soon as we were made aware of each incident, we immediately took action. The result was a teacher resignation and the children involved being disciplined in accordance with our parent and student handbook. These situations concern us too. Our school culture is built on one of acceptance, love, and respect to serve all children and their families."
Family, as seen in that video, she openly called the children her slaves. Now, she was teaching about Constitution, the 13th Amendment of the American Constitution that abolished Black slavery. And she said, even for the Constitution, that they would still be her slave. They went on, children in the class went on to call the Black children the N-word. And when those children reported to the teacher, she said, aren't we all racist? Can you imagine? Now, I know as family, as parents, we cannot control the environment our children find themselves. But one thing we should do is educate them. Now, if that child did not open up to the parents, how would they have found out about this? They wouldn't have known about this. And the resignation of the teacher is not enough. Is that all there is to it? She can go elsewhere, find another teaching job, and do the same thing to Black children. So accountability is important. These teachers need to go through trainings. They need to be trained, no bias or whatsoever. Now, if you want to teach in a white-only school, go to a white-only school. But this school is mixed. We have Black children, white children. There is no bias. So how dare you as a teacher encourage racism amongst white children? Small to 8th grade. Family, and this teacher was paid to educate these children, not humiliate them. The dehumanizing word, the N-word used, and how she approved what the little one said. That's the little white children said in class. Can you imagine that? This further proves the point that racism is baked into the system. It's something these people live in. It's programmed into the system, family. And according to history, I had to do a little research. And this constitution did not come without a fight. It wasn't given freely. It came through the blood, tears of the Black people, of our ancestors, right? So it wasn't free. She talked about Constitution and how that if there was a Constitution, they would be slaves. I mean, the audacity. People fought for the freedom Black people have today. Lives went down for this freedom. So she shouldn't talk as though this freedom was handed on a platter.
Benjamin planned to remove her child from the school, but changed her mind this week. And why aren't you taking your kids out of the school?
Instead of us just removing our kids and letting them get away with it and not actually holding them accountable for what's going on, we should stay at the school and fight and get them to address the situation.
Winterville Charter Academy has not revealed the name of the teacher involved, but parents are demanding new policies to prevent situations like this from occurring again.
I would like for them to have training on cultural fluency, on implicit bias, on racism, and I would like the students to have training. Like, it doesn't make sense why we got a school-wide email about TikTok challenges in the soap dispensers, but we didn't get a school-wide email discouraging more racist remarks coming to the school.
A memo from the school stated that the teacher who resigned will actually receive culturally sensitive training. I'm not really sure how that's going to be worked out because I already reached out to school and haven't said anything about that, but future and current teachers will also go through that training as well. In Pitt County, Justin Lundy, WITN.
Now, family, I don't know what you had to say about this, but it is wrong on all grounds. I mean, the teacher who was paid to educate the children ended up instilling in them certain things they shouldn't hear. And thank God they were engaged with their parents and they got to find this out. If they weren't engaged, if their parents hadn't engaged them, if they hadn't opened up to their parents, what would have happened, family? That teacher would still be in that school, breeding sets of white children that are racist and dehumanizing the black students. So what do you have to say about this, family? As in as much as we cannot control the society our children grow in or the environments they relate or socialize in, it's important that we relate with our children, teach them of the world out there. And most importantly, not take it lightly with any teacher that chooses to be a racist, because teachers shape the minds of the children. They feed the minds of those young ones. Now imagine if those young ones are fed with nonsense. That's why we have children in the society constituting nuisance, because take a look at what a white teacher is doing. What you have to say about the story, family? And again, family, teachers like this shouldn't be in the classroom. Firing her wasn't enough. They would have done more, actually. Done more. Comment your thoughts, family, and do not forget to share, like, subscribe, and turn on your notification button. And for more commentaries, download the Africa Diaspora News Channel app. Thank you for watching.